I've been a professional soccer player for about 9 years. I have 10 tips that I know that will help you. Tip number 9, I know you guys will benefit from the most. With that being said, thank you guys so much for the support and hope you guys enjoy this video. Guys, focus on your fundamentals. And if you are a kid in the age of 9 to 15, or I would say 14, focus on your fundamentals, focus on your technique, focus on dribbling, on your touch, on your passing, on your receiving. And I tell you this why, because one of my favorite exercises is passing against the wall. So you pass 10 times with your right foot, or you pass 10 times with your left foot, whatever it is. But with that being said, you keep getting repetitions of passing the ball and just doing it with each foot. Now, if we go with changing a little bit, you can do passing against the wall, receiving, dribbling a little bit, and then going back. And honestly, this tip is something that the kids from 9 to 15, or I would say 14 years old, need to worry more about, is focusing more on your fundamentals. Focus on your work ethic. Like I've said in previous videos, you can be the most talented soccer player. You'll have a better chance of doing greater things if your work ethic is a lot higher than someone else that's talented, and I'll tell you why. You have to have that willingness. You have to be different. You have to show your teammates that you arrive earlier, that you leave later. So in the professional environment like myself, it's whether it's gym before training session or if it's, ice bath after training session, right? So if you develop a work ethic of this being something that you really want in your professional career, or if you're willing to be a professional athlete, your work ethic has to be at 100% daily. Staying strong mentally probably plays 50% of a professional soccer player's career. You have to go through so many things. What you go in the daily basis of training, therapy, gym, games, all that, accumulates. So, you just never know what you're gonna go through. If you're gonna go through an injury, and what are you gonna do to recover from that injury? There's just a lot of things that you have to do to just be a professional soccer player. But with that being said, to be able to get through all these ups and downs, which is a roller coaster ride, you have to stay strong mentally. And obviously, it doesn't matter in what circumstance you're in, but through it all, just know that if you work hard, you'll always get rewarded at the end. With that being said, if you're playing in a game, whatever it is, if it's Sunday League, Professional League, or USL, you're gonna mess up at some given point, right? So you have to shake it off, keep growing, keep doing your thing, and just know that soccer is about mistakes, where you have to recognize that this is a mental game too. So soccer is a mental aspect as well. Be coachable. And guys, this one, for you to be able to take another step in your team, is you have to be coachable. You have to understand what the coach wants. You have to ask questions. You have to understand that he's giving you the opportunity to either mess up or do things the correct way, and he's only there to guide you. So if you're coachable, it makes it 10 times easier for the coach to make decisions, right? In my experience, I've had the same things. I've always thought where, it's all about me. I want to do what I know how to do. But I never think about, the personal aspect of what the coaches think of me, and that's something that will take, that you can take away from this tip, is that if you're coachable, it'll just open the range of opportunities for you to understand different types of perspectives from the coaches. And also with that, I've been through so many coaches throughout my process of being a professional soccer player, right? Club soccer coaches, I've had academy coaches, and I've had obviously now professional coaches, right? You learn and you take something new from every coach, right? And so at the end of the day, another person that you can rely on is your parents, them giving you the best advice for you. They only want to see you win. They only want to see you succeed. And your parents are the backbone of the support of what you do day to day, because they're the ones that see you struggle in the everyday basis. So with that being said, that's something that has played huge in my part would be my father. He was there with me through the beginning, changing me through clubs, losing jobs for him to be able to take me to the tournaments. So that's actually something big in my part that I owe my dad. Everything that I've done, right? He's always been there to support me. Take care of your body. This has been something huge for me, right? And taking care of your body doesn't necessarily mean, going to the gym, doing all these extra things. No. Taking care of your body is also getting good sleep, getting some good recovery. If you're doing ice bath, if you're doing sauna, if you're doing whatever it is, but also understanding that your body needs rest, right? So us athletes, we depend on our body, and we also have to give it rest for you to be able to perform at your 100%. Taking care of your body also means eating healthy. No McDonald's, no Burger King, no In-N-Out, no Whataburger, whoever has those around you, that is nothing that's gonna help you. Yeah, if you sacrifice from Monday to Saturday, so if you train Monday to Friday and your games on Saturday, treat yourself with one meal, right? Don't eat that every day. Make it a habit where you want to work so hard so you earn that meal, right? Don't make it where you just want to eat that every day, because that's definitely not going to help you. You have to take care of your body. You have to think that this body is a car engine. You're not going to put water to fuel up your car, right? You're gonna obviously put gasoline, and that's how it works. You're gonna treat it the best way possible so your car doesn't mess up. Same thing with your body. You wanna give it the best food, good fuel, so that way you're able to perform in a daily basis. Guys, with this tip, it's super important, and for those that don't have the opportunity to study your rivals, that's fine. Always understand that we're all in different circumstances, right? But if you're almost into a professional environment or a USL environment, do yourself a favor and study the game. Watch games on TV, watch your opponent, watch the player that you're gonna be playing against. If you're a center back, watch the forward on the other team. If you're a left winger, watch the right back of the other team, right? Study the game. In my case, as a professional soccer player, I always like to study the right back that I'm going against. Why? Because it just gives you the opportunity to see his weaknesses, right? You want to see what he's lacking in. You want to see what moves you can pull out and just kind of take him on, right? So with that being said, study the game, understand your rival, but also study football in general, I would say. Watch the games on TV. Maybe if I'm a winger and I love, for example, Neymar, whatever it is, right? I study him and I want to see what he does, right? Or you want to look at like Luis Diaz, the Colombian. I study him because his work ethic is crazy. He's an amazing dribble, a guy that has pace and dribbles well with pace, and then also likes to cut in and shoot like I do, right? So I study him and kind of want to do what he does, right? So that's something that you can always compare yourself to and study the game by doing that. Build relationships with your teammates. This is an important tip if you want to become a better soccer player all around with your club, because you're depending on your teammates. You have to have better relationships. You have to communicate with them, and this will just make it all better. Because if you can get the best out of your teammate, he can get the best out of you. This is a collective sport. This is not an individual sport. If this is an individual sport, we'll go to another sport like swimming, for example, that you're just worried about what you're gonna do for yourself by getting there quicker. Yes, there's relays with teammates, but this is completely different. You depend on 11 players on the field and maybe even more on the bench, right? So build the best relationships you can with your teammates. That way you guys can get the best results together as a club. I build relationships with teammates, right? And we have the best chemistry playing, but then also you can build the best relationships off the field, which is something incredible in soccer. You have a brotherhood with some teammates, you meet teammates from other countries, and it's just something really, really amazing. set goals and track your progress. There's no better feeling. Well, I'll just put an example. There's no better feeling running a mile, right? Some of us like to run miles, some of us don't. But if you track your progress, it's just, there's no better feeling every time you break your record of running a mile. And it's just the same thing with all of this. You want to see progression with your left foot, right foot, whatever it is, or more crossing, or more shooting, or whatever it is. But you want to track your progress, right? Or you want to set goals for yourself, which is something that I do personally. So before a season starts, I put myself some goals where I want to have 5 goals, 5 assists, whatever it is, right? And that's something that you guys can do as well, right? You guys want to set some goals as a young player. You want to do something where, okay, well, I want to score this amount of goals in the Sunday League or in the USL League or in the Academy League, right? Don't be shy with your goals, because obviously if you go out there and you put goals that you can't complete, that's fine. You always have time to understand that this is all a process and that you want to get there at some given point. Don't be a bad person. Don't be that guy, I would say. This would be something really, really important, because soccer is a small world. You really don't want to burn any bridges in the soccer world. Why? Because the soccer world is a super small world. Everyone knows each other. But I will tell you something that comes from me, and that I just hope you guys take this tip seriously. You always have to be humble, and you have to be grateful for the opportunity of playing soccer in general, right? With that being said, understand that, you know, there's a lot of people out in the world that wish to play soccer, but they don't have the abilities to do it. So, you know, stay humble, be a good person, be a good teammate, be a great leader, and understand that if you're a better person, if you're a better teammate, it will open up the door 10 times in the long road. So this is such an important tip, and I want you guys to take this with you. No matter if you have terrible teammates, terrible friends, whatever it is, that people that doubt you or whatnot, be humble and just be different. Don't rub off the negative things, and understand that this is just something where you can be that leader. You can change. You want to be that captain. You want to be different. Tip number 10 and final one: never stop learning. No matter if you're a professional soccer player, there's things that you learn every single day, whether if it's off the field with gym, whether it's on the field with movements or whatever it is. But never stop learning. This game is crazy. You know, we used to watch the Barcelona, the tiki-taka, whatever it was, and now we're watching a lot more physical soccer nowadays, right? Soccer is just a sport that is growing like crazy, and especially in the United States. So make sure that you never stop learning. Also be different and have that opportunity to be able to want to learn every single day. Guys, remember that this game, you know, it's a crazy game. You have to have the passion, you have to have the drive. You give to soccer, soccer will give back. And understand that you will fail once, you'll fail twice, but how do you get back and maintain yourself passionate for this game? Because soccer is a process, and at some given point you're at the very top, but then some given point you're very low. I recommend you guys to never lose your passion for soccer. Guys, and if you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys like it, comment, and subscribe. And then obviously just comment what you guys think and what you guys want me to really talk about. I'm gonna be able to help you guys with your journey. I know that, you know, not many professional soccer players do this, but I'm here to help you guys, and I'm here to understand everyone's path is different. So if you found this helpful, make sure you guys subscribe. 50% of you guys actually really don't subscribe to watch the video, so make sure you guys do it.